He's wanted some good grand strategy for so long, and Vicky 3 is all he's offered. Well, long live Project Caesar. Okay, never mind that. Let's cast that game out of our mind for a wee while as we enjoy King of the Castle once more. This is our 4th session out of 5. I'm drawing the line under 5 sessions. Whoever is in charge at the end of the 5th session, I think we'll fish out a marvelous prize for you. Well, it'll be a prize. Well, more of a label, but the point is it's a marvelous prize. Till then, though, we are here with the Barons in charge. The Barons played a pretty low profile for a long time, but whilst the chiefs squabbled and the patricians amassed wealth, the Barons invested in an incredible bunch of land. They've got military, they've got infrastructure, and now they've got the influence. Will that be enough to finally have the first faction to actually hold their position? It's not up to me, or at least it's not entirely up to me. Look at that. 10 out of 10 on military. Second only to the chiefs by 1 in farming, and the chiefs are the Grand Aqueduct creators. Very good trade as well. Faith doesn't really seem to matter other than scunnering me. And naturally no defiance, for they are in charge. Let us begin with the coronation. Yeah, everybody point and laugh at the patricians. Oh, they may have money. They may have, frankly, obscene amounts of money. But what good is that with no influence? Team tax the patricians, perhaps? Your Majesty! You may have won the throne from Queen Mag. God, her reign was terrible. But you must still answer to the council, and as is tradition, they will do the coronation. Yes, let's indeed get this over with. So, your first illusion of choice, chat, is what will the coronation be for the new monarch? I'm actually very rich, so losing money isn't that bad. But I don't like the idea of giving people my money. I mean, that's my money, so for the first thing, let's make sure you're not going to siphon any wealth. It's not so much that I don't want my beloved barons or the angry chiefs to get it, but the very idea of the patricians getting richer goes against me, but make your choice. We all know what will happen, says Ninja. I don't know. We've already been swimming plenty of times, and it could be that some factions want to get a head start on damaging the realm, either by siphoning away the money or by lowering my overall authority. Authority and stability, good, unless one of the factions magics into getting that, oh, we auto-pass because we need high authority, and you've already got high authority. Well, in a way, this is good for me. I have the money to spare, and we're going to be investing it, shall we say, and an improvement in our authority. Very good. Wait, not authority, stability. Still good, though. And coronation's a great success. Finally, we're not thrown into the river. Wine, fireworks, feasts, and impact on the treasury, but what doesn't? But no, number go up, not down. Right, let's introduce ourselves to the council. McCavity. Who puts cavity into their name? Well, this guy does. Don't open your mouth, I don't want to see. Right, just remember our little arrangement. Yes, barons, I understand. We put you on the damn throne, so you do as we tell you. Got it? Glory to the march. Now introduce yourselves, but don't forget what I told. Hello, patricians. Hope your pockets don't weigh as heavily as your conscience does. Your august majesty, yes, Lord Patrician Tonicer. Prosper and wealthy. Yeah, not your area, that's for sure. Good luck in the days ahead, your majesty. You'll be needing it. I'm well aware how to deal with your unwashed kin, Red 2. Will we be a good little monarch? Will they do as they're told? Well, tallish planet, time will tell. So we know the path to victory, but the Spy Master will remind us once again we must prove ourselves. But how will we prove ourselves? This is a choice I actually get to make. How wonderful. You know what? I think I will go for stability. We've got a head start at it, and it's something that I find I tend to have a bit more control over than normal, so we'll go with it. I must raise stability very high, but that's no good if I cannot sire an heir, something I am particularly bad at in this game. Unwashed kin, says Andy. He was wearing the tartan, Jake. What does that say about you? Says that I know my people. Alright, Marty of the Zweibel bloodline. Eccentric Marcher Elder. Ruling over those golems you powered up to take over the place. What a coup! Mika sits the throne, the barons are in charge, but the others are ready. Here's a question for the barons, and the barons only. Will you stay loyal in aiding the monarchy? Will you try and take over through intimidation again, because you don't trust Monarch Mika? Or will you start an uprising through raising the kingdom treasury? Now, our previous usurpers tried and failed to be loyal, but this also paints a picture to me as to what I'm dealing with. Are we symbiotic, or are you just another bunch of upstarts? Well, as it happens, you do back me, but only barely. This gives me an interesting quandary. Should I punish you to put down those that stand against me, or attempt to win you over with bribes, flattery, and of course the ill treatment of the other clans? Well, the bottom line is you do support me, at least for now. So I suppose that's all I should take away from it. Ave comes in to say, clearly, the barons cannot be trusted. No, you are misunderstanding. How do you see your faction, says Goosey. I think there's something on the plugin on Twitch that'll tell you. But of course there are also the lists here that if you can read very, very fast, this very small text. Hello, Tandy. Then you'll see your position here, but I'm not going to check each and every person. I mostly come here to laugh at people. Mostly the poor people. What do you have to do to be a poor patrician in life? Black Winds is keen to gloat that he's one of the richest men in Brazil. Yep, I'm really seeing it. Then there's Trust with absolutely no rocks to rub together as the chiefs. But the king of the misers. Good lord. Baron von Broke, Ice Bear, Squidly D. Tarkin with his no money, eating gruel and bread. But my glorious council. Okay, you're backing me. Hopefully you can cheer me on in the bedroom to sire on an heir. Hopefully. Vic of the Spuddling Twig clan, charismatic political mastermind. Chiefs of the North, we all know that it is I who should be on the throne, not the imposter Monarch Mika. But how do we make these menacing memorandums into fact? Well, it's up to you, chiefs. Will you attempt to subterfuge by countering my increased stability, lowering it yourselves? Will you keep your own defiance low, so you kiss my feet until you can make your way through? Or do you work on something that the chiefs are notably quite good at throughout the time, raising your own military? It took a bit of a beating last time, but we can certainly polish that turd. Dark Young being the only one interested in subterfuge. He knows all about a life of no stability, but that's not good enough to convince his fellow tartan-clad, unwashed, filthy mouth-breathing, rock-chewing, goat-herding people. They decide to go for a good old-fashioned alliance with the Ice Giants to take over the kingdom. They must not be weak. The Giants won't take their proposal seriously, so the chiefs must raise their... Oh god. They must automatically clear this. So, if you're not a chief, you might want to do anything in your power to lower the chief's military. Just putting ideas out there. And then the patricians. They don't have any land to really call their own, but they have untold amounts of wealth. What will they do with this, though? And fellow patricians, the claim on the throne is far more legitimate. Something must be done to put Octavia on the throne. What will you do to make that happen, patricians? Raise your own trade? Lower the treasury? Well, it already had a bite taken out of it. Or will you lower authority? It's currently middling. None of these look too easy to do. But if anything the patricians can do, it's probably raise their own trade. That's what the likes of Rampant Simon and, of course, Ninjin triple underscore is attempting to do. Matty Mayo and Big Old Geezer. It will not be forgotten that you wanted to lower the royal treasury. bastards. The patricians plan to privatize the entire damn kingdom. First, they must build up their industry. Advance the scheme, they must raise their trade to 5 or more. It's already quite close, so that's concerning, but it takes them 4 seasons. That's a slow burn. Righto, your majesty. These upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. If anything, you're the one with the most right to the throne. The spy master always survives through. Right, royal decree. Royal decree. It's got to be the golden choice, right? If there's one thing I've learned, it's that nobles can always be bought. My only concern about that is it tends to also favor the patricians, because they also get a slice out of the pie. So I need to use it in ways that these people are essentially taking money to kill themselves. The gold with which to pour down their own throat. Right, we are naturally allied to the Barons of the March, so we should go and have a chat with them. Your Majesty, the Barons of the March have invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. Yeah. Well. It is of no consequence to me to raise their defiance because they're on my side here, and this feels like a trap. So let's just say hell no. Most wise, Your Majesty. I wouldn't enjoy watching knights crash into each other on horses either. Keep your rustic ambitions. Bear in mind I am here in my ivory tower. Your esteemed highness, a forest on my land has been completely overrun by giant spiders, some as big as horses. I see we're going battle brothers here. The trees are shrouded in webs, the travelers are going missing. We must put a stop to this. Oh dear. Because they have no army, the patricians can't send in the military. Right. Should we burn it all with fire, lowering the patricians' trade, lowering the patricians' farming, and making them defiant with no military? I think the decision has already been made, but surely my barons could be made all that much richer. Back me, and back your wallets. Burn down the entire patrician homelands. It's the natural thing to do. TBW and Clero and Sludge saying, please don't burn us down. But then they have their own turncoats. Look at that. Zingis, Matty Mayo, Grey Void, Sia Arthel, Dominica, Ninjin underscores turning on their own brethren for a few coins. How very patrician. And then someone just wanting to be a wee special little nugget here. Bet Mummy said you're special. It was already lost, no reason to lose trade and money. We can spend the money better, proclaims Zingus. Yes. Worming your way out. No time to lose. You send some coastal watch to set fires at the edge of the forest. That whole thing's gotta go. Soon the whole forest is ablaze, as well as several nearby fields and a village. Wildfires rage across the coast for a week, but at least the spiders have been definitively dealt with. They're struggling. Oh, the patricians are struggling. Now, a little extra thread of silver around this particular rain cloud for them is that high stats for your nation also gives your characters a dividend. And now the patricians, although some of them walked out with some coin, will ultimately be ending up with less coin. My favorite kind of coin for the patrician scum. But how about my honor guard? Who gets oiled up today? One day you're walking through the palace garden. There's an unusual sight. Palace watch standing guard, but he's holding a mop. Fearlessly defending me from dust, are you? Grubby little urchin kicked me in the shins, stole my proper pike. Okay, wow, it sounds like the Palace Watch have grown more incompetent than ever. We need a new honor guard, but the watch also need improved. I think this stands to reason since I declined a guard last time, but who's to say? Now, I have a cooldown on the golden choice before you start hounding me for some free money, you money grubbers here. I want to raise stability, that much is for sure, and I'm being given 2 options to reduce it, although increased authority is not all that bad either. Of course, there's always just pay money, and I certainly have money. Invite marcher soldiers. Ooh, now that is quite good. That's very good, in fact. Yes, that is great. I suppose the only thing I don't want to do is just take a hit for nothing, so let's ensure that there is a need to do something and make it happen. Ultimately, these are all quite good for me, so I cast the illusion of choice onto the council. Never give people a choice unless you know what they're going to vote for. If only my main man Cameron could understand. Spend a fortune on new equipment. Again, not too worried about spending the treasury. I might become more worried about it if this spending trend keeps up. Notice the patricians wanting to have somebody join them in destitution. Or destitution to be. Patties, what are you Muppets doing? Says Dark Young. There we go. Commanding authority for yours truly at, well, an expense, but an expense worth doing. They're not actually more confident, but they do look impressive. One thing's clear, you need an honor guard who actually keep you safe, not like these kittens. But who will we have? No need to even ask, Marshal. The monarch knows our veterans are the only ones with experience of real warfare. You make an enlightening argument there, Nizza. We've already seen these, haven't we? Yeah, oaths, no manners, blah, 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 blah. I think I've already made my decision here. I did give my word to the barons. I think I gave my word to the barons. I strongly recall doing so. Veterans of the march, aid me, and aid me well. I don't mind the patricians getting insolent, they can't do anything about it, but the chiefs are not... well, they're not a triviality. Triviality? They are not trivial. Anyway, that's some damn good-looking soldiers protecting us. Each scar bigger than the last. A good season had by all. But now, for those of you with actual money, it is time for you to put it to use. A quick look over the situation. The barons can lower their own faith or lower the stability of the kingdom. Well, I suppose anyone can do this. It's just what's built in the barons' land. The chiefs can raise their own military. Remember, we don't like that. They could also raise the realm's stability. We do like that. Farming goes down even more for the patricians, or their trade goes up. So ultimately, there's stuff that's good for everyone. But of course, only the top two win. So even if your one is winning, you might want to ensure that another one does not also win. Begin with the voting. Speak with your wallets, or forever hold your turds. I see you, Pandy. Funding C to raise the chief's military. Can't be having that. I did not sanction that. Also notice the patricians can finally put their money to use. And yet, so many do not. I see you there, ninjas, standing atop the rat's nest with your $10,000 dues. You could weigh one of these completely out of the picture, and yet he does not. The chiefs are very keen on funding the military. Couldn't help but notice the barons are not using their money to aid me. Otherwise, we'd be seeing a lot more investment in the library in the chiefs to raise stability of the kingdom. No, it looks like what we're getting here are the patricians advancing their own scheme, and the chiefs solidifying their scheme and their ability to revolt should things get a little too defiant for them. Perhaps I was right to question the actual loyalty of the barons. Loyalty is always only measured in wealth and how one uses that wealth. I think it's just incidental that this went through from the patricians. At least Dominic knows that money is there to be spent, but look at that red 7. You should be in charge of the chiefs if you're willing to dunk that much money on the military. Seems we're all doing an arms race around here. Right, what foul play are you up to down in the march? I know all about that. Unfortunate jousting-related news, Your Majesty. Oh, you really don't like jousting, do you? Jousting and I have a complicated history. I'd rather not go into it. Baron Two Spoons was killed! Ah, what a shame for you, Two Spoons. Oh man, I would have hoped that them dying and coming back would reset their money, but I assume they had that 1,500 already. The barons are calling for justice. Put Chief Peon through a trowel by jousting. Who is this Peon individual? Well, they're pretty poor, but they are a chief, and if anything, I do think the chiefs need to be put through the ringer for this. Jousting is whatever. Baron signed up and it's all part of the sport also sounds good. You know what? I'm happy with all of these things. Let's give it a go. Killing a chief? Banning the jousting? Or just saying, get good to Baron Two Spoon's successor? Seems there is a desire for trial-vowed jousting, courtesy largely of the barons themselves, although once again, the barons are very split in what they do. Don't know what to make of that. It's like they want to raise their own defiance for some reason. I'm deeply suspicious. Can we really make this alliance work? Alright, Peon, how does this go for you? The best way to handle a jousting conflict is with more jousting. Takes place on a rainy afternoon. Why did that hurt my stability? Rainy afternoon, Peon rides out grim-faced, set to battle against Baron Fallacy. Ooh, tell us more about yourselves, Fallacy. Completely poor, both in money and hair. How unfortunate. The battle is swift and brutal. Fallacy unseats Peon easily. Chief Peon is found guilty of sabotaging. He's taken away for execution. Ah. God is good to me this day. Right. Stop the presses over in the coast. Your August Majesty, some anonymous firebrand in the coast is spreading most inflammatory pamphlets. They're casting aspersions against you. Something's different this time. They're not just calling you a bad monarch, they're criticizing the very concept of the monarchy. How very patrician. God, they just get a freebie on crushing my authority. This is republicanism. Not in Kurth, but in our very own kingdom. What should we do? Right, how do we kill the most people through this? It's only a 50% on tracking down. I'm not trusting that because somebody crushed my stability. Anyone carrying such a pamphlet should be killed on the spot. Oh my. Forbid the printing presses. Such a beta thing to do. Allow the pamphlets to circulate, raising defiance. Raising trade? Oh, we can't have that. Okay, well, I think I know what the patricians are going to do. They're going to want to raise their own trade in order to make that happen. So naturally, I'm going to shove a rift into all of this. Let us begin with a night of much killing. Anybody who joins me in the killing enjoys a fat little bundle of gold tucked neatly into their pocket. Once again, TBW is happy to remain completely broke. Wait, why do they have one coin? How does this work? Ah, there we go. Got the good old blue and red backing, as it should be. Jake lowering his own stability. Not too much of a concern. I've got plenty of time to raise that stability. It's my lucky coin. Look at it again, TBW. It's just a button. There are no real coins. Right. Grim orders are followed by watchmen across the coast. Common folk are searched at random, hanged on the spot. Good. Oh, that was a double dash to my stability. That's a little unfortunate, but through sheer authority, we can deal with that. And the defiance of the coast is a joke. By the 9th, Your Serene Highness, I know we have to kill some peasants now and then, but this is too far. Your tyranny has only served to prove them right. Well, it's not about who's right, it's about who's left. Let us begin with the mating rituals. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference, men? Women? Do you not mind? Not that interested, you know. The nobles will be most upset. Okay, well, I suppose I'd better then. Who are we? What are we? God, I can't even tell. We're something. Looks like we're wearing tights, but in this era that doesn't mean much. I think that's a woman, says Kevin. I guess we swing whatever way the wind blows then. An easy enough decision. You'll marry into the barons as we agreed, right? Right? I'll let nature take its course. Okay, well, perhaps one of the most tumultuous decisions I have to make as the monarch here. One thing is for damn sure, those patricians are paying their way for the very right to survive, so extra cruel taxes, sire. For the other two, I'm unsure. See, the chiefs, they do have a bit of military might to them, so perhaps trampling all over their faces fiscally isn't a good idea. And how about the barons? They're awfully on the fence here. I turn to the barons in chat. What should our tax policy be here? Please, my lord, says Zingis. I have a family to support. We need to support my liege, says Baron. The Baron. The barons want to help the treasury, says Derek. If I could tax the patricians any harder for that, I would. Loyalty follows the money. Fair taxes for fair people, my king. Cruelty across the board. Okay. Okay. Well, the way I see it, the barons have been middling towards me. I shall be middling towards them. As for the chiefs, I'm a little more unsure. Well, I'm certainly not giving them a bribe. Could it be the beginning of a lovely symbiotic relationship with the chiefs? Time will tell. This will be our tax policy for now, but the chiefs are on a short reign here. You act against me, you're swiftly going to find you have nothing in your pocket. The coast is now furious. Oh no, what will they do? My own royal guard could take over the coast right now. Oh god, jousting fever has taken over down here. I regret to inform you of a jousting relating petition. Why the regret? It's a splendid idea. I don't listen to people that bald, Drynate. We must reinstate jousting as the official justice system of the March. Trial by combat is the way it used to be before the court started sticking their noses in. A healthy way to resolve disputes. How can we really argue with them? They've got all the military. Stick with the courts. That's probably only going to hurt my stability further. Donate some new horses for a new system. They already have maxed out military, so that's really pretty bad. I think it's only right that we do things the Marcher way. But the trouble is, the nobility might not see it that way. They might want my treasury redepleted after what I just did there. Right, well, one thing's to be sure. Let's ensure that they do not hurt my... Just, the last one was bad. I lose money, there is no defiance to remove, and there is no military to gain. So as long as that didn't happen, I'm fine with either of these. I am most befuddled by barons going against baron ways. Titan is there. Nathaniel is there. Another bald person is there. Adhesive Ducks, what a bizarre name. And Mannix is there as well. So it seems the nation's stability shall be put to the test and probably injured along the way. I worry about that. Oh dear. Baron Drynate bows deeply, leaves with a sigh. A wise choice, your majesty. Wise or not, they do not agree. They started grumbling. I'm just glad that didn't hurt my stability. Petition from afar. Your Majesty, there is a petition. Oh god, what's all this? You'll see soon enough, will I? Greetings, my name is Orid. I have a proposition. Yes, and you are from distant shores. I am but a humble ship captain, once of great renown, but that was a different time. 3 ships are docked in the harbour to the west. Their holds are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder, and they've got a battery of cannons. All yours for small favour. And what would I do with these muskets? Outfit your armies with them, your majesty. Powerful weapons. I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons to avoid any accidents. Alright, what happened here? I don't know what you mean. I wish to keep my dealings private. Don't trust this outerloper. What will we do here? Safe harbor to raise the military. Whose military? Reject the offer and send her. Oh, God. Confiscate the weapons, take them as prisoner. Now, that comes as a dangerous thing to do here. Notably, this will harm me greatly. So, to those who do not wish harm on the kingdom, send this interloper on their way and we can all get a little richer. It's the Morshu way. Bless this golden vote. I'd be in hot water otherwise. Also, gotta stop the chiefs from getting any kind of military might here. That's right, that's right. Everybody lick from the little bowl of my milk. It will keep us all fat, keep us all happy, and keep us all in a stable realm. The military for the patricians, I think, are doubly the reason not to let it go there, because they are a bit of a powder keg. Knowing that taking her in will no doubt provoke someone's ire, you turn them away. She doesn't beg, she doesn't grovel, she bows low and leaves, with dignity. Perhaps mistakes were made and they're about to lay siege to us with all of that. Eligible options, bring them on. What if I don't marry any of them? That's a decision that can wait until after you've seen them. Okay, let's have a look-see. This is Schooled, the firstborn son of the Northern Clan. Splendid, yeah, whatever. Wealthy heiress. Of course. Wait, heiress? Could be worse, but certainly could be a lot better. Ah, here we go. Jakarta, prestigious Bukino bloodline. How prestigious? Sounds like a laugh. Will anger other regions, but gain a lifelong alliance. It is only right that we stay true to the barons, as they +1 stay true to me. Let it be Jakarta of the March. I still don't know how we're going to breed, because I have no idea what we've got going on, but whatever. Oh no! The patricians could revolt. What will we do? We don't stand a chance. Right. Unity, reverse voting, stop the count. I need stability, so I should definitely call for unity. I'm going to bin my monarch vote, because it's pretty much useless. And that is good. Can't rebel yet. A season must pass with defiance this high. You'll see the notification on screen. Ah, yes, but this lets me see how keen they are on rebellion to begin with. Ah, right. Nothing going on down in the March. That's what happens when the jousting fever comes to an end. Let's enjoy our royal wedding, shall we? The talk of the kingdom. Capital is one giant party. You're not the only one taking part. Blah, 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 blah. Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Just bail at the last minute. No, I don't think so. Let us be married. Enjoy a feast. Raise my own authority. Raise my own stability. And amazingly, stop the coast from even being able to revolt. Because who would have thought a royal marriage is so good for the nation? This is the royal bedroom, is it? Thought it would be bigger. My bedchamber back home is much better appointed than this. Feeling homesick, are we? Of course not. I never get homesick. Can't abide people who waste time dwelling on the Ooh. Oh, you know, I think we've got a good thing going on here. Tell me about your passions. Hunting. Married an utter... No, it's very interesting. Ah. Good. I like people with a bit of passion in their life. Oh, dearie me. 7 of the patricians have got together to share a single slingshot. Your Majesty, these good folks are bounty hunters. We greet you humbly. Ooh, cool. Very cool. Tell me more about Kurth. It's lovely. Come visit. Lots of rain, but we make do. We're searching for a fugitive. They went by the name Orid. Where have we heard that name before? Oh, they were on the boat earlier, weren't they? Yes, yes they were. Will you help us apprehend them? There's no doubt they're still in the kingdom. How could we not? How could we not? Come on, we've got to go and kill someone. I'm all about killing. No supporting Republicans, scum! But think of the killing we could do. And we could all make a killing. That's right, that's right. Dance to the beat of my drum, my nobles. Dance to the beat. This is a call for unity, and it would seem we are certainly unifying for the good of the realm. I'm glad we all see eye to eye on this matter. $500 dues to raise the kingdom's stability and kill somebody? It's an exchange I'd make 6 times. You pledge to help. The bounty hunters wait eagerly. Investigation bears fruit. Well, one can only hope. What about the arms shortage? There is certainly that going on for the patricians. Your august majesty, the situation on the coast is dire. The patricians, I mean the monarch's navy, is in tatters. I feel like we've seen this several times before. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the coast. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? Oh, I know. I know. Well, the chiefs could certainly show off what they're capable of, but I think it would raise the trade of the patricians, which I'm not too keen on. I certainly don't want to pay money to raise them. The coast has no need of sailors. Leave them be. A test of my stability. This is a tough one. A real tough one. See, raising the trade of the patricians advances their scheme, which I'm very against. Raising their military, I'm very against. Spending money, I'm very against. Yeah, well, that lowers my own choices immediately, doesn't it? I'm in a bit of a bind, everybody. So it is time for us to show our loyalty to clearly the only thing that matters, and that is making some fat ducats. If you all believe that the patricians can burn, join me and let's all just suckle away some of their money. Nix is fast, man. Real fast. No need for sailors, just leave them be and let's all enjoy a ducat or two. Slowly but surely, this is siphoning wealth away from the patricians because they don't tend to all join in unity here. Many of them do. We need more aggressive ways of taking away that patrician coin, though. Money, says Dux. Yes, we can all enjoy money. Question is, will this actually succeed? I'm betting no, but it can't be worse than the alternative. Oh, lordy! It did succeed, and not only that, it will succeed better in the future because stability has grown. Not everybody in the kingdom believes in military might. The patricians are furious you've left them out dry. Other nobles praise your forward-thinking attitude. Could it be we've finally stopped there being poverty? Yeah, look at that. We only have one person that's super ultra poor over in the Barrens, and he goes by the name of Tarkin Rex. Hannibal there, the great traitor. Ah, there we go. For once in the game, it is the patricians leading the way in poverty, but I think they also lead the way in disparity. Yeah, look at that. God, some of them are so disgustingly rich. Something must be done. Alright, all in all, a good season. Gotta hand it to being in an alliance with the Barons. They're doing me good. I can't believe something with the name Baron is doing so competently. Right, far in the north, unfortunately we were not able to do anything about the chiefs. We'd had no opportunities at all to lower their military, so this is unfortunate for me. Ragnarok! The ice giants have agreed to parley. The foundation of the alliance. The ice giants, a formidable ally, tall as a building, limbs like tree trunks. However, what are you going to do? If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, uh-oh, the giants won't be able to resist. They must raise other regions' trade to a combined 12 or more. Oh, bollocks. Oh, they're just getting the freebies here. That's disquieting. In a dingy seaside tavern, the two patricians on the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Projections fall flat. Yes, denied. Absolutely denied. Point is, the coastal economy is suffering. Yes, good. Well, anything to ensure that the patricians suffer, right? Upstarts are saying they have a right now. This is very concerning. The chiefs, not only do they get a freebie, they get a freebie in only 2 seasons. Oh boy. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, I think Ragnarok's on its way before long. Wait, I've got a distant cousin? Your Greatness, I have a matter of some delicacy to speak with you about. How is the old kingdom, eh? I always thought it looked like a bit of work. I suppose you get a fancy hat. Lord Fizzlebert is your very, very distant cousin. 50th in line of the throne. We haven't seen him in years. Well, it is good to see you. He's been staying here with Tamago 313. Unfortunately, there have been some financial impacts. He's been borrowing money from me for months, saying he'll pay me back. Now my coffers are bare, yes. Tamago couldn't even afford a little banquet to see me off, but I must petition the court for funds. The chief's asking for money? The chief's trying to get their own personal wealth? Well, I know one thing that's not happening, and that's exactly that. I don't care what else happens. I give the chiefs leniency when it comes to my taxation policy, and this is how they repay me. I don't like this at all. I am extremely concerned about the advancements of the chiefs. If they get another freebie on their scheme, they're just going to take over. There's only one way forward, and I don't like it, but I'm going to have to do it. Fortunately, this is a good start. Yeah, sort this out yourselves. Think about it as helping the family, not helping the chiefs. Ah, that's a bit better. Keep it in the family. Storms out in a noisy huff. The treasury is safe from your cousin's grasp. Alright, my beloved wife. I assume that's my wife. Yes, there we go. You have got a trophy. Ooh. Yes, we had a wife that likes hunting before. She pulls the sheet, falls to the floor, taxidermied figure. Right. This will be perfect for instilling fear into the nobles. Excellent. I don't want to give it away. I think giving it away is what caused my wife to want to leave me last time. Then again, the last time we pushed our wife into going, she did say that the barons deserve nothing. Perhaps this one would say that the patricians are deserving nothing. Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. I think I will still take it. I want to breed my wife as quickly as possible because those chiefs are just outrageous. She is a baron herself. Yeah, exactly. She would want revenge on the patricians, surely. Gratitude. I like gratitude. Your Majesty, it's good to see you again. We wish to thank you for the information. Instrumental in tracking down Orid, bringing her to justice. Here, take a portion of the reward. Ooh. That's a lot of money. I don't understand this military part. Who gets the military? I don't have a military. Maybe everybody does, and that would be bad. The justice is good enough. Raise my stability through the roof. I do like money a lot, but my goal is to raise stability. But I do like money a lot. Respectfully accept, right? If someone's giving you a gift, you take the gift, even if you don't like it. It'd be rude to deny. And with that, we end the season, surely. The Marcher Barons are poring over secrets. The monarch has married. Praise the 9th. Now we just need to get on with the baby making. Clock is ticking. Yes, that biological clock on my wife is ticking. Now let's get to work. I have no idea how we operate in the bedroom, but it's best not to think about. But we forced JJ Nitro to think about it. We've got to keep it up. Don't I know it? The barons continue to aid the monarch. Uh-oh. Well now. Wellity well now. Nothing impacting trade is going to make any difference here. The chiefs have got a freebie, unfortunately. Deer Park to lower their own farming for the barons or raise the kingdom's stability. Everybody likes that. My authority is unquestionable, but the chiefs might raise a few questions. I have no impact on this one, sadly, so I just have to leave it to you. I can take the opportunity to grab a drink and mull over how I deal with this, because it's quite troubling. It's 12 trade across the patricians and the barons, I think, so you might be able to stop it. Really? I thought it was across the whole kingdom. Ah, look at that. It's raised the other regions. So yeah, actually, it's currently at 13. If it were to drop down, then we'd go to 12, and then it would only need to drop down again. Good point. I didn't note that. Keyword there is others. Okay, so the chiefs can be stopped. I don't think 3 seconds of suddenly flooding the farming down is going to make it, and I doubt the barons would want to lower their own farming anyway. What is worrying, though, is that patricians did get their trade up, and somebody, including a baron, decided to oh, no, sorry, that's enhanced my own stability. My apologies, Funky John Mega. Your loyalty was never in question. Miriact, on the other hand, those patricians need to hang, and I've got one long rope. Okay, another season, another dance with the nobles. How do we deal with this? Perhaps we deal with the cousin first. Interesting news from the north. Do all your family reunions go this well? What's he up to now? Lord Fizzlebert has decided to tell everyone that you're unwilling to give your own blood funds on which to survive, and it stirs up a bad feeling. Let's nip this in the bud. Yes, I agree with nipping in the bud here. Why would I formally apologize? That's the one thing I won't do. Pay the chiefs. That's the one other thing I won't do. Hell no. Absolutely hell no. I don't care about the rest. Pay us. We need the money, says Dark Young. Does he? Does he really need the money? This is the face of the chiefs right here. Oh, I'm so poor. I need money. I'm only the second richest in my entire faction. How can I handle this? The hand, the feeding, the biting. The fools. Actually, the lowering of defiance is pretty bad. I was actually keen on getting the chief's defiance higher, so costing my own authority and lowering their defiance was pretty bad. I probably should have just paid the money, but Right, proclamation apologizing. Bad taste, but he stops complaining. Well, there's something at least. What about my heir? Come on. It has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. It began as a political arrangement. It has blossomed into something like love. Now let's get going here. Something is still missing. Yeah, I know. You need someone young, loyalty assured, a child of your own would do the trick. We will get with the mating. Maybe one of these days I'll probably look into getting a bastard or cousin or the like, but let's go the traditional way. I don't want to upset the barons too much, do I? You're aware of the ice giants, brutish creatures. Yeah, so I've heard. They're forging an alliance with the giants to bring down your kingdom. Well, that is quite terrible. Offered up the kingdom as plunder. The kingdom's strong economy is a problem. They'll sense a lucrative opportunity. So what, am I meant to tank my economy or can we fight them? Ooh, perhaps the marshal could provide a more precise answer, but I imagine... Oh, no. We haven't fought ice giants in centuries. Only the chiefs would know, and they're not going to tell us. Well now, we have the great opportunity here. This is why I kept all that authority, right? Yes, absolutely. Let us all pay ourselves in order to keep those ice giants at bay, and crush the chiefs where they stand. Note one chief was so interested in self-reward that they're able to throw their own faction under the bus, and it's Niflheim themselves. Green giant, dark young. He wasn't kidding. He'd chase that coin. Throw a coin down into a well, and you're going to get Screaming Scott in a well for days to come. Alright, begin the economy tanking. This also hurts the patricians, or so I hope. There we go. Tribute to the ice giants. Have you lost your mind? Unfortunately, that's still 12. We must lower trade one little tiny bit more. And that certainly makes the North angry. Well, we can live with that. You've ruffled a few feathers. Means you've slowed down the chief's own giant courting tactics, or so we can hope. However, if that didn't work, we've just gone and shot ourselves in the foot for nout. And that's even the end of the season already. Meat is being passed around, dancing on tables. Oh, damn, they got it already. Were those ice giants I saw on my way through your lands? Have we really done it? Ah, I was hoping for a bit more damage than that. The gods are good, but what about the ice giants? Axe of my ancestors, I hadn't thought about that. Fetch me drinks. What will the chiefs now do? Lower my authority or lower my stability? At least unlike the other things they had to do, they actually have to fight me directly on this one. $500 and we're still winning. Should have delayed the scheme then, but oh well. And this is the final part in their scheme already. They're actually absolutely speedrunning this one. They haven't had so much as a speed bump in the hurdle here. But now they must lower my authority. That's probably a good choice for them because I'm actively trying to raise my stability. Having to raise both to keep them away is going to be tough. But I've got my good friends the Barons backing me up, I think. Devious. Brilliant. So, it's almost dishonorable, but don't get too excited. The monarch must be too weak. Can't a woman enjoy her drink without being warned about consequences or plans? You must lower my authority to 5 or less. That's only a double hit on the authority. Dangerous times for me. Well, the chiefs have shown that they cannot be trusted at all. Extra cruel taxes on the patricians, and since we're in this together, barons, it's only right that you suckle the fat here. Yes, that seems about right. Mutinous. Treasonous. Cordial, look at that. The barons are actually on the high score list for being rich. Troubling times. On the verge of rebellion, no less. Patricians wouldn't know how to rebel if it spat in their face. Oh, a proposition. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since lined parchment. An expedition? Absolutely not. Well, I do have a lot of wealth. That is not untrue, but I am no way doing that. We have far too many domestic problems. Ah, my dear cousin, let's go bowling. I must throw myself on your mercy once again. I know I've been irresponsible in the past, but I'm beyond all that. No, I'm building a sanctuary for retiring hunting dogs in the north, but I've run out of money. Of course he has. Oh, would you look at that? An opportunity to raise my stability. An opportunity to put all that farming to work. An opportunity to put all that trade I murked to work. This is in the north. The north is a problem in a few ways. I don't necessarily want their defiance down, but I don't necessarily want it up either. I don't know. I really don't know. What are we meant to do here? Well, the only obvious answer is to do nothing and allow the nobles to make their own choices here. If I don't know, surely I rely on their grand master plans. Well, that was a mistake. Well, the call for stability was a mistake. Certainly not getting that out of it. But who knows, I might get a stability bump out of this after all. If only as one for having a good split vote here. Seems that the northern tradespeople will be asked for their assistance. But will they actually assist? That might lower my authority, come to think of it. No, it raises my stability. It was a rousing success, and it was free. Ah, who knew the chiefs were so accommodating? Lovely. Ah, a pox upon them as well. Life gets better before it gets worse. I bring bad news, an outbreak of crystal pox. It's a most terrible disease, a rash of boils, painfully crystallizing. The sufferer becomes a crystalline statue. Painful but admittedly glamorous way to go. Well, Krebsbig, you know all about glamour. What do we do here? Whole villages have succumbed. It's deadly. Victims of crystal pox are only infectious at the boils stage. Once they're fully covered in crystals, they no longer spread it. And then they can be harvested and used for jewelry. Ooh, by the old gods, woman. That is heartless. Heartless, you say? Spread the crystal pox and harvest the gems. Defiance goes up, farming goes down, military goes down, faith goes down, stability goes down, treasury gets super maxed. Don't do anything. Farming goes down, military goes down, faith goes down, stability goes down. You guys make money. Trade goes up. Quarantine. Raise stability. I do like that. Money comes and goes. Hang on, hang on. The problem is in the north right now, right? And this changes money hands, right? Surely that means they will be harvested for all of their goods. But only within the north. Jake, quarantine lowers stability, yeah, but I've got a lot of stability. I got stability to spare. The important thing is that I don't lose authority. Besides, they all lower stability. Think about the money. No, Frizo. Think with the money. I'm going to be so unhappy if this is actually giving money to the north. Like, actually torn apart. Maybe it'll be something like the North get to harvest their own quarantine stuff, but I just hope it doesn't go that way. Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? As the monarch wishes, says Dreedy Heart. Okay, just don't give the North the money. No. Oh, yes! Yes! The North is punished, and oh, I'm let off rather lightly. When the blockades are lifted, many fields lie fallow. Good, good. Would you look at that? The barons, #1 trade, #1 farming, #1 military. Nobody ever cares about faith. Symbiotic. Wait, no, I didn't agree to this part. Chiefs harvest gemstones off of them for a tidy profit. How tidy, and who? Who indeed? Who indeed would just chip apart his fellow countrymen for coin? I just don't know. Okay, there was some give and some take in that season. The barons are gathered. Great God, the chiefs of Fortune Alliance of the Ice Giants are going to lay waste. Is it too late? The alliance has already been stuck. Oh, I've yet to produce an heir. Look, I'm working on it. Retake the throne by force if we think they're too weak for it. Rebel now. Goodwill will be gone. Heads will be gone too. Well, now. You have 30 seconds to cast the die here, barons. Will you raise tax to the treasury? Will you raise my authority in a show of loyalty to keep the ice giants away? Will you raise stability to advance my own cementment in the throne? Or will you fire the flames of defiance? I am thrilled to say that not a single baron is going against me here. I think that tax let off has worked dividends here. For the king, says Hand, and you're damn right. Yes, yes. We should all grow fat with that attitude. Huzzah! This should stop Mika. This should help Mika keep a good grip on the peasantry. Excellent. Very excellent. The barons must continue to aid the monarch by countering other regions' schemes. Look, I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. After voting, nobles can change their minds. No, I like my current laws. In fact, these I think are the best 3 laws to have, so naff to everything else. Oh no, the patricians could rebel at any moment. Oh, what will I do? Oh, that's right. Nothing. It's all going on around here. I like this idea of deceased patricians, though. So what's this? The elderly lady patrician Demetra. A cousin many times removed, Lord Patrician der Reichtangle, died in her sleep last week. She was merely 90. Would you believe that? Friend of yours, Bernard? Very wealthy. She could have spent more time on her account. She died without a will. My relative, says Reichtangle. The estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon. It would come to us. Pitiful claims. Pitiful claims all around here. Give the estate to Lord Patrician Reichtangle, or give it to the patricians, or give it to the chiefs? Yeah. Redistribute to coastal peasants? Definitely not. We definitely do not give the patricians the trade advancement that they desire. Giving it to the treasury sounds good, but truth be told, the treasury is already very, very fat. I don't need even more. Difficult. Really difficult. Truth be told, as long as the peasants don't get that trade, we're all good, but I don't want to waste my veto just in case. You may vote with a free conscience, my glorious nobles. Couldn't help but notice the patricians are thundering down on getting their trade up. Holy moly, they're coming out in force. And of course the chiefs want to give it to themselves, and the glorious barons wish to aid their own monarch. How strange that out of all of this, the defectors are what are swinging things for the coastal peasantry. On the plus side, the Defiance can't get any worse. On the downside, I don't like that trade going up for you. Traitors. I was considering vetoing that, but the way I saw it is it wasn't so dangerous that I need to use my veto. That veto could be very helpful in preventing the chiefs from rising up. Defiance cannot go higher? It can for them. Using the late patricians' money, the trade has become prosperous. Okay, I don't think there's any stopping this now. It would have to come down by 2. But I also don't think that's a priority currently, although we don't know what their next game is going to be. Rogue Golem. Golems again? Yes, we've harvested these things in the past. It did not stop digging a trench, so it dug a 16-mile furrow. The barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage. The golems are an offense to the 9th god. Well, faith has not been of any relevance to this run thus far. And we've got good chances across here. Figure out its secrets. Raise the realm's stability through destroying it. It would raise their defiance. The fun thing here is that the barons are not actually incentivized to strengthen themselves here. They cannot get any stronger. So it is my firm belief that the barons will surely want to destroy it anyway. Then again, labor would probably boost something else with them. Once again, I say you may vote with a clear conscience. I do think it's going to be a spread between here for all of the others, and it's only natural that the barons would want to raise realm stability. But I see they've started to coordinate on going for the thing that has the lowest chance to succeed. It's going to be extra good when this does succeed, and all the chiefs and the patricians just have to suck a fat one. Defector, the real Defector, 50 Ford, and their 500 golden nuggets working towards destroying it. Capital idea. We'll hook it up to a mill, tell it to keep cranking a handle, and hey presto, endless bread. It all goes well, but then it doesn't. Wetter Doctor inspected a new golem. It went mad, completely mad. It killed Wetter Doctor and made bread out of him. Yeah. Oh no, not my loyal Baron. Oh dear. How could this have happened? Then it went on a rampage. Oh, okay, maybe I didn't see that part coming. Our soldiers destroyed it. Wow, that was terrible for the barons. I can't believe the chiefs and the patricians allowed that to happen. They need further punishing. Do not like seeing that military down from 10, though. We're having terrible problems in the march. God, nothing but problems down here. They've lost faith in the ninth god. The churches are crumbling. Yeah, but they're still more pious than the chiefs. The dead are rising. Calm down, your majesty. For now, the incidents are confined to the march. We must remind the marcher folk they are lost without the ninth to protect them, especially once they have passed. So these complex choices all the time. Cremate the bodies would lower my authority. That is unacceptable. Sending priests is fine. Hiring adventurers costs a lot of money. That's also fine. This is almost a freebie. This is the reason I kept the veto. I cannot afford to lose that authority even if it raises stability. So that's not happening. Anything else can. Time for B, says Tamago. Yes, well, be aware that your choice has been made for you. You cannot. See, this is what we have Treasury for. Raising my stability, making the farming situation even better for the Marcher. That's all quite good. Probably better than sending priests, since the Defiance up isn't good nor bad, and no one cares about faith. Oi, come on! Where are those votes for eradicating the ghouls? Surely there are a couple out there that have not yet voted C. 39, that's not all of you. That's probably not all of you. Pleading, are we, Jake? Pleading to reason, of course. Pleading's not the right... Okay, well, here are the real traitors. Raziel, Adhesive Ducks, Squaddle, and Jetpack. How dare you? Could have voted alongside all your good buddies here. There's got to be someone out there who hasn't voted yet and can ensure that we eradicate these ghouls for good. I didn't see option A as the threat to me that it was. It's only 30 seconds left, guys. I wanted free labor. What's the problem? The problem is that Wetter is dead. Oh my, the voting was tied at 61. Well... As the monarch, I am here to make the decider in such matters. I think it's only right that we eradicate these ghouls, so get those adventurers out there. The Adventurers Guild is happy to offer you the services of a dozen loot-hungry scoundrels with a magic sword and a death wish. We'll put those rotten bastards back in the ground. I think I've seen you before. They're as good as their word. They carve up the ghouls. They're used as corpses compost. Very good. The kingdom is stable, and the march is prosperous. A little dicey, but overall, a good season. Dingy seaside tavern, the patricians meet. They digest their scheme. Protozomac is up to no good. Jeremiah Spent is up to even less good. We'll buy up the whole kingdom piece by piece. But the monarch needs to be desperate for gold. The royal treasury must be gutted. Well, I think you'll find that I'm very good at being fiscally hydrated. Maybe not as good as you guys, though. Look at that ridiculous sum of wealth. Concerning times, though. Deeply concerning times. But don't worry. You could always force a victory through rebellion, patricians. Only 23 have voted to rebel. Why, if you just had 10 more rebellion points, you'd be able to seize the throne through the might of your faith. Prediction. Down at the Ashmedian Empire border. What's all this about, my friends? My liege, excellent news from beyond the sky. I'm an amateur astronomer, and the solar eclipse is on its way. Visible from the march, we must encourage the kingdom to gather beneath the dark sun. Experience this event. No. An eclipse is a warning, a sign that the kingdom has fallen. The nobles start talking at once. They're excited, but they're loud. Focus on holy protection against the eclipse to raise faith and lower defiance. Well, that all sounds good. Visitors to explore the march? Why, the march gets even better at trading, and we're no longer needing to worry about trade being low. Alternatively, focus on the land, up the farming. This is certainly not worth using one of my laws on, so vote with a clear conscience, my council. I wonder if having the church removed the monarchy would actually be possible. I hope I don't have to perform miracles this time. That did not work out. The only miracle was the odds that would fail so many times. I failed a 70% roll 5 times in a row, and a 50% roll just before that. It was grim tidings. I finally had a chance to win. I mean, we could have won. Looks like the barons want a bit of everything. They want to have the highest faith while they're at it. Very well. If you insist, my red friends. There we go. Vengeful in the coast. Oh, soon they won't even be able to rebel. They'll have nothing. You hope they'll find something before this eclipse occurs. Oh, wait, that's a continuation. That could be a problem then, especially if it's going to test faith. Ah, finally an heir. Should I die, the crown will be passed down to... my child. I want something definitive here. Have my daughter. Polite applause. Yes, the kingdom is damn well united. Authority is high, stability is high, the treasury is high. Mika II. A chip off the old block. That thing just came out of my vaginus. Kind of concerning. Right, what's our bright idea? Since the wedding, the queen consort fails miserably at a series of hobbies. What? Swimming, drowning, knitting, 12-sleeved shirt, beekeeping, hospital. What are you up to? I've had another great idea. I was looking through the law books. I found a long-forgotten decree saying the monarch can appoint their queen consort as a regional governor. Failing spectacularly, you say? The appointment only lasts half a year. During that time, I'd have total executive power over an entire region. Isn't that exciting? It is wonderful news, my beloved wife. Not the march, obviously. The barons know me too well, but I don't think they'd listen to a word I say. Anywhere else would work. It's only fair that our own council gets to decide on what horrible place you go to. Of course, the council can vote on which region I'll be governing. The illusion of choice. In charge of the north, in charge of the coast. On top of that, let it be a call for unity. If more than 50% of the nobles vote on any one option, it will be good for the stability of the realm. Please, my most esteemed council, don't hold back. Seems like the patricians and the barons are uniting for once in a desire to make the north the most inhospitable place imaginable. It also raises their defiance, so actually a very clever choice is made here. You see, the coast can't get much angrier, but what if this is just wool over our eyes? What if she's actually a very capable governess? To the north, we need to rebel. We're not getting the authority down. Well, these things come and go easier than you might think. That only needs to be hit thrice, and sometimes things hit you big. Just you wait. Look at the improvements. I'll make the north. They need to be whipped into shape. I'll focus on agriculture. I've hunted enough animals in my time. Cows can't be too different from deer. By the gods, you can't be serious. For once, Tandyman was not prepared for this. Oh, life is good. Life is very good. Defiance is below authority or stability to allow rebellion. What a shame. What a goddamn shame. Well now, this is one of the parts where I don't get a say. It is time for the auctioneering. Bit of a mix going on here in terms of dosh. Raising the authority yet further could be done by investing in the barons. The barons own military. If the chiefs want to play a slightly longer game, they could lower the military might of the barons so that it's not quite so certain that their rebellion, should it happen, be crushed. Trade could go up for the chiefs, a good long-term play. Lowering my authority, they might think that's beyond the scope of what they can achieve, but they can still attempt it. Stability up in the patricians, should this library get backed, and faith down. I still don't see the point in faith, unless I have to perform miracles here. The theatre naturally, says Green Giant TV, wanting to lower my beloved authority, and they're not alone with that. Look at that, 32 grand dumped on the theatre immediately. Seems they've not given up on crushing the authority around here. Could be a problem for me. Somebody wants to jeopardize the military might of the barons, but I suspect more so I wanted to make sure that that monument raises my authority. A&D front running, unless a lot of money is dumped on the stadium. Looks like that's how it's going. Funnily enough, the stadium is still preferable to me over the theatre, because even if their military might goes down, still better not to have the problem with the authority, because if that goes down, it's just game over. Military is just a drawn-out fight. And it would seem... Oh god, that's tight. Anything's in it. I think the patricians aren't paying a penny on this one. Oh. Last moment swing there. Pretty bad for me, actually. Yes, the authority just went up and down, so it's no big deal. The problem is, I'm quite certain that that money largely came out of my beloved barons. The issue being is that the patricians just sat on the corner and made bank, and Ninjin has risen to the lofty heights of richest. Dark Young is finally the richest chief around. But that really exhausted the coffers of my beloved baron friends. Although, look at that, the chiefs are in an even worse position, while the patricians are worryingly wealthy. Things are happening behind the scenes there, that's for sure. I went broke for the king, says Rawdoon. There's no better claim. Speaking of claims, my stability is enormous. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a peacekeeper. You've succeeded on that front. The kingdom is peaceful. You've renowned from your merciful... You are renowned for your mercy and wisdom. What about all those people I killed? Defiance is down. Rebellion is impossible. But to shut down the nobles scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. We have some ideas. The common folk are sleeping, giant, even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles wouldn't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. On the other hand, we could infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own. Stability and trade. Trade is enormous. Stability is enormous. That is good. I am good. A wise decision. Oh, by the way, thank you earlier on for trying to push all that trade up for your scheme. I think people will know who to thank in the end of times. All right, give that a couple seasons and we will roll that dice on victory. And let's just hope we don't get the run of luck that we had last time. Right, what's this curious curse over in the coast? Hilariously enough, this means that the best job for, or the best chance that our upstarts have is to now rise up. At least I think so. There's no way the patricians are denting my monopolistic money, and that authority is good. But anything could happen. There are a lot of events, and some of them are just unfair. Your esteemed highness, the most infuriating circumstances have befallen the Crotil. Okay. What happened here? I've been cursed by the sea wizard. And you polluted all over him. What should be done? Lower the military of the patricians who have no military. Well, that sounds quite cool. Politely ask. Ah, well now. Ooh, hang on. I want to trade, but I also want to punish you. That's tricky. That is very tricky. Clear conscience voting. That's difficult because, yes, I love to punish somebody punitively. But I cannot deny that the impact on my trade is relevant now. It was better to lower earlier, now it's very important to keep high. And it seems my enemies are aware of this. I was deeply contemplating the veto on this. But I'm keeping the veto to prevent myself from dying, not to marginally make it more likely that I succeed. So, in particular, if something were to drain the treasury, or more importantly, drain my authority, that's what the veto is for. Close the voting. After your soldiers close down the tannery and destroy it, you find that the patrician is now completely without money. And they want to rise up. Well, they can try. It was only one hit on the trade, so that's not too bad. Trade overall is very good. But we need to keep it very good. I can't just sacrifice my trade willy-nilly like that. Your Highness, I'm afraid we learned nothing from the apocalypse. We searched through most ancient monasteries. There's a book. There's a time when the sun went dark. Yes. Servants of evil gods broke through. Now the seer in question is the Baroness. Yipa. That's some old book. Oh no, demon. Not yet. The scripture describes how the demons will use Yipa to bring havoc to the realm. We must protect the kingdom. Execute Baroness Yipa immediately. Right, this is why I keep the veto. We're not getting rid of that authority. No way, no how. Attacking the royal treasury would be an attempt, but I don't think it would be a very good one. Well, then again, all needs to be dropped by 2,500. That's almost halfway there. Lowering the defiance, but for who? Yes. As we come closer to the end game, I couldn't help but notice more radicalized, polarized actions by my council. How could it have come to this? Well, as long as my authority remains unquestioned, this isn't too bad of an outcome. Think of it as paying money for it. Although, this is a bit of a waste. They're grateful to be spared. My treasury is a little less grateful. Plenty of fakes arise. Badly painted gold frog. Warding off demons. Cracks down on true relic. An ancient warrior priest slayed by demons. Bitten. Half cockatrice. Smells terrible. If you say so. Okay. Feel the rope kind of tightening around my neck. But I do need to break free. And break free I shall. Ah, the patricians. The thrice-cursed monarch is still refusing to sell us any public land. The treasury is flush with coin. Don't you forget it, you scoundrels. I thought we were in this together, and then you stabbed me in the back with a golden knife. Well, it turns out I know how to do stabbing as well. Those patricians must be taxed. The chiefs must be appropriately taxed. Then comes an important question. Do I feel safe enough to turn on the barons and say thank you for all your help, but your august majesty is now solidified in his position and doesn't need your help? Their defiance is absolutely nothing. They can't do anything. On the other hand, the treasury floweth over to keep the patricians away, and my authority is unquestioned. With authority this good, surely the people should be delighted for the very opportunity to be rendering unto me. Treasonous. Furious. Oh no, whatever will they do? All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spy master takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. My agents, they can blend in. I've been very careful. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles, disguised as traveling bards. Yes, please. Charm and flattery, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Fear surely raises authority, so yes, they will learn to fear me. Your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, a message from our agents. The nobles, oh, yes. Disguised as a troubadour. I guess this is wonderful. Ooh, it's only the first step. Let's see what they have to say. Ah, success for me, naturally. Let's hope the other spies are also successful. Word back, are more of them? Can they maintain the cover? At 90%? Of course they can. What a weird event here. Normally these things are paced out over a few seasons. Did you know noble patrician Tom Steendam has an irrational fear of lemons? Is this really what we're getting spies for? We even have a few illicit romances between nobles and our generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. This has gone better than I expected. You do enjoy the services of an excellent spy master, but we cannot get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. With a sense of smugness that you call your next council session, the nobles fill in, realizing you know everything. Listen, Your Highness, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? A vote on reducing taxes. This feels like a trap. Sure. Your ballot master swoops in, takes them aside, whispers in their ear. Expressions of honor. Oh, how did they know that? Just vote the way we tell you to vote. I destroy the evidence. You can't prove anything. You'd be surprised what I can prove. Jings, it is good to be authoritative and stable. Care for some lemonade? It's unanimous. All the nobles, for perhaps the first time, have voted exactly how you wanted them to. It is about time. Where's the tax change here? Preferably in my favor. I'm not sure what just happened, but I've never seen the nobles look so scared. This is where my reign really begins. Oh no, we should start teaching our heir the way. I get a feeling she'll be wearing a crown one day, sleeping untroubled sleep for the first time. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did, or where they sleep. And that was it! I'm too damn good. I didn't even recognize that was my end of reign event right there. So I got the taxes. I kept the taxes. There was bugger all you could do about it. The barons celebrated their victory, and Mika was venerated as a true hero of the march, but some whispered that the barons were losing control of their puppet. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart. The giants ended up attacking the north instead. The subsequent war kept the chiefs too busy to worry about matters of the throne, and the patricians' attempt to buy the kingdom ended in failure. Bankruptcies were filed, marks were scratched in secret ledgers. The risk-reward calculus was not favorable. Perhaps next time. Monarch Mika ruled from the shadows, getting their way with the council with blackmail and threats. The nobles were terrified. The peasants considered it a golden age. 15 years of unquestioned rule. Monarch Mika peacefully died in bed. The nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Yes, I'm your daddy, or mummy, or something. Whatever the case, we win, and Queen Micah will be in charge going forward. I don't think I've actually checked the ledger here. Look at that. Wealthiest noble, Ninjin, by a long way. The poorest noble, cuddling all those butts, but not a coin to afford it. And the kingdom itself looking lavish. I think we keep the treasury. This will reset. This will be kept, though. Good job. Excellent job. By me, of course. Thank you, barons. Without our glorious symbiotic relationship, we could not have had such a strong and stable kingdom to reign together. Now, that was our 4th run out of 5. That means the next run we do of King of the Castle will be the last for this setup, that is to say with barons, chiefs, and patricians. It will be your last opportunity to spend the money before it faces the Great Reset, and of course, the last claw for supremacy. Whoever wins... Yes, whoever wins by the end of it all, the victorious faction here, I will painstakingly VIP every single member of it, and they will keep that VIP until we conclude our next run of King of the Castle, as is only fair. It's one thing to win, but it's important to keep winning at the final hour. So we'll have that on the line for our next run, which I regret to inform you will probably not be next Saturday, but the Saturday following that, because I will be in Budapest for next week, enjoying their Christmas festivities. In any case, fantastic run, and I'm not just saying that because I won, I'm just mostly saying it because I won. Yes. Yes, I was good, wasn't I? Still, until we are back with more of this, and indeed with the Archipelago Weekly One-Shot tomorrow, for Weekly One-Shot 300, that's probably going to be a bit of a marathon. Am I even ready for that? I don't know, but we'll find out tomorrow. So until then, it's a cheers and a cheerio.